Good morning. Good morning. It is May 10th, Wednesday morning, and it is 8:30, time for Coffee and Conversation with Susan McMullen. And I am coming to you today from home. Yesterday I was in the car. I had an appointment that I had forgotten about. Actually, I had scheduled it before I started doing these, so I was kind of driving in the car and I was all out of sorts and things. Hey Jesse, how are you this morning? So this morning we're here back in my office and the sun is shining. It's a gorgeous day. And hey Nicole, how are you? So I yesterday told a story of someone. So this is a part 2 kind of day. So I'll review that in just a minute. But I'm Susan McMullen. I'm the founder of the Social Sisterhood, which is a local group here in Atlanta. It is, I created it because I feel that, and studies show that we need more play and fun in our lives. And so I designed it really with that in mind. So it's kind of networking, but it's really not. It's based on friendship and it's based on doing fun things and play and experiencing things that you would like to do, but you wouldn't never maybe go and do them by yourself. So we've done things like glass blowing, and then we've had lunch on the veranda, we've had cooking classes, and tomorrow we're doing some Zen painting and wine tasting. So if that's something that strikes your fancy, it is a membership group. However, you can come and drop in and you can just have a drop-in fee, but I'd love to have you, so you can check that out at socialsisterhood.com, or you can go to The Social Sisterhood on Facebook and take a look at it there. So I'd love to have you join in with us. That would be great. I'm also a partner with Rodan & Fields. I have worked with women. I'm a nurse in my other life, and I've worked with women a lot since I left, because when I stepped out of nursing back in 2010, I started speaking and presenting, and what I found was there were a lot of women who wanted to do other things, but they had been kind of held back. They'd been told that they weren't maybe not good enough, they didn't have the skills. What were they going to create? How were they ever going to get there? Things like that. And maybe their ideas weren't good, or they weren't good enough. And how could they stay in the home and raise a family and still do a business? And it was a very interesting kind of concept. So I've worked with women since then. And my passion really is helping them to feel, helping women, you and me, helping us all to feel like we are more than we ever dreamed we possibly could be, so that we can step out and be bigger, because we all are amazing and we have these awesome ideas. And I'm telling you, if you can run a house or have kids or not have kids or be in anything, we are amazing. But we don't always give ourselves credit. So my mission is to help you know how amazing you are and to step out. So with Rodan & Fields, that was kind of an extra icing on the top, because it helps you feel so good. And it helps you build that confidence. So when you feel like you look good and you feel like your skin is awesome, and that's the first thing that greets people, then it's another layer of building confidence and stepping out. So that's why I partnered with Rodan & Fields. I'm always looking for people who would like to partner with me, or people who would like to try the product. So with that said, that's the other thing that I do. So I was laughing as I came in here this morning. I have a little dog, and his name is Louie, and he's actually in my latest blog post. But you see him over there. He's like being good today. So sometimes every morning when I come to do this, I come from the other room into here, and he like runs in here and gets in his little seat, and I have to get him in here early because he digs and digs in that chair so that he can make his little nest. And so this morning I was like, come on, Louie, let's go in there to do the Facebook Live. And I got in here and he was already there. So he's so excited to be here too. So all right, let's get to it. Yesterday I told a story about having a conversation with someone who hated her job. She hated it. And she was getting ready to leave, but her comments were, I don't like my job. I don't like the people I work for. I don't feel like I'm treated very well. And so yesterday we talked about the fact that you have a choice. If you don't like where you are in life, in your business, in anything, we all have choices. We may not think we do, but sometimes we need to be reminded that we do. We make those choices. So the other half of the conversation, though, that I want to talk about today was her comments were also that they she felt like they owed her something, and she was very bitter about it. And I just want to ask you, how many people do you run across in day to day, or people that you think have, I don't know, they've treated you wrong, they've wronged you in some way, they've stolen your stuff, they haven't reciprocated, and we begin to have these grudges that we hold. So my daughter reminded me of a quote that is from Buddha, actually, and it says, holding on to anger is like drinking poison and hoping the other person dies. So interesting, isn't it? Because not that I'm perfect, believe me, I have a couple of people that I walked around for several years going, and but you really have to learn how to let that go. You have to learn that it doesn't hurt anybody but you. If I think that those people for once are thinking twice about the fact that they've hurt my feelings, or that they've mistreated me in some way, I can think again. I and you are the only ones suffering from that. So forgiving others for whatever they've done is like freeing yourself. It's freedom for you, that you don't have to think about it, you don't have to plot about it, you don't have to plan their demise, you don't have to plan how you're going to get back at them. It is totally freeing. So forgiving others and just letting it go is totally freeing for you, because they're not even thinking about it. And it's taking up energy, and it's sucking up your energy, and it's taking your time, and it wears on you mentally. And there's a couple of things you can do. I mean, there's some rituals that you can do. You can write their names down, you can write what they've done, you can put it on a piece of paper, and you can burn it. We do have a fire pit out back, and I've been known to burn a few things. But you can also just say, you know, you must have done that for some reason, I totally forgive you, and then just blow it away and be done with it. But freeing yourself from that kind of thinking, and that, because that kind of thinking holds you back. The universe brings to you what you send out. So if all you're sending out is negative energy and negative thoughts about other people and how they've treated you or mistreated you, then that's what you're going to get more of. So I'm just being real and putting it out there. And so free yourself. Get rid of the anger. Get rid of the frustration. If you are in a position where you can change your position, then write it down and put it in your shoe. There you go. And stomp around on it. There you go. Yeah, that's a great answer. So there are, again, several things you can do, rituals you can do. It is, again, it's a choice that you make to not carry that anger around. So the first part of the story was about having choices and being able to make the choice to change. The second half is about then letting it go and having the choice to let that go and to make the decision, because making that decision to not hang on to it any longer is the biggest part of the whole deal. Realizing you have the choice and then saying, I am not going to hang on to this. They don't care. There's plenty of room for everybody, and I'm just going to let it go. Forgive them, gone, let it go. And then yourself will be totally freed. And when you free up the space in your head and your thoughts and your energy for the good to come to you versus that anger and frustration and irritation, you will be amazed at what comes and what will happen. So that was the second part of my story. That's what I want you to focus on, is that if you have anybody or your job or someone, a friend, someone you thought was a friend, a business partner or client, just think about that and put it in perspective and let it go. Let it go so that you, because they're not worried about it, but you can be free. You can open your mind to new thoughts, to positivity, to letting good things enter into your life and into your head and your thought process, and you can be free of that negative energy. So with that said, I'm going to end it up here today. Thank you so very much for being here. I love seeing you every weekday morning at 8:30. I hope I'll see you tomorrow morning at 8:30 because I will be here with my coffee in hand. It's right here behind I use my hands to talk. I can't drink it while I'm talking, but it's right here. So coffee and conversation right here at 8:30 in the morning. And again, if you're interested in the Social Sisterhood, check us out. The event is tomorrow evening. It's here locally in the Marietta area. And if you're interested in the feeling better in your skin, check me out on that too. So I love you all. Thank you for being here. I'll see you in the morning, 8:30, coffee and conversation. Take your awesomeness into the world because it needs more awesomeness, and you are just the person to take it out there and change the world. See you in the morning.